And do what we do, talk that good sports, man. It's a big week coming up for us. I got the gang with me, I got my team with me. Before we get into what we talking about, we're gonna introduce everybody like we do. I got my man Woody Wood, James Woodruff. Wood, what's going on, Wood?
Oh man, nothing much. Looking forward to talking to these Eagles and Cowgirls. It was a rough weekend.
Right.
The Eagles being off. I like it. I appreciate and respect it. Teams have to have that week off to recuperate, but man, it's rough when the Eagles bye comes around because I have no interest at all watching any other games. But,
yeah. I can relate to you, man. It's a down on the Eagles ain't playing, but yeah, I feel you on that one, Wood. JD, my man Rome G's, Jerome Dooley. What's going on, Rome? How you feeling tonight?
Feeling good, man. Cowgirls week.
Cowgirls week, yeah.
We definitely gonna get at them Cowgirls. I don't care what moves they made.
Right.
They couldn't even get the Philly special right. They bit our style and failed. Did you see that?
No, what happened?
They tried to do the Philly special and they failed.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
This past Monday night game, man.
That's what they get. That's what they get. Yeah, the whole league trying to do us now. From the fourth going on fourth and the trick plays or whatever. But
Garrett trying to save his job. So he trying to pull out all the stops now.
Yeah,
ain't nothing gonna save your job, buddy.
Yeah,
get done.
Yeah, I don't know. I think him and Jerry Jones got something going on. But hey, that's the girls. We can't talk about them too much. But of course we gonna get into it. My name Chris Colazzo, and collectively we make up Broad Street 444. We got to give a big major shout out, man, to our man Mike McClymon. Unfortunately, couldn't be with us. This is back-to-back shows, but again, he has some family obligations. So we understand that, and he'll be back next show, and we're gonna do what we do. But right now, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna let them know what we talk about, fellas. What we gonna talk about this show?
Eagles, Cowgirls. I'm not referring to them by their real name. I'm gonna try my best this entire show to call them anything but that. I'm gonna say like the team in Dallas.
Give them Cowgirls every time, Wood.
I thought that name was Cowgirls.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna call them by their real name.
Am I wrong?
No, Cowgirls is right.
Cowgirls.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Listen.
Cow biatches. Sometimes they call them cow biatches.
For this, right. For this show, fellas, anybody that calls them anything other than Cowgirls pays a penalty. What's the small wager? 10 push-ups on the spot?
10 push-ups on the spot sounds good to me.
10 push-ups.
Wait, you mean like if we slip up and call them by their real names?
If you call them by their real names, it's 10 push-ups. If at the end of the show, you gotta do 10 push-ups. If you mess up twice, that's 20.
Sounds good.
And we're gonna record it and we're gonna count it so all our listeners could hear what's going on. So for this show,
post it to IG.
Exactly, there you go. We'll post the IG, man. That's what we're gonna do. Good thinking. And that's a perfect thing. We wanna remind everybody to follow us on Instagram. That's at Broad Street 444 Podcast. We're on Podbean. That's an free app. You can download that. We're broadstreet444.podbean.com. It's a free app. Tune in. We on iTunes, Broad Street 444 Podcast. We're on Twitter at Broad Street 444. Also on Facebook. So check us out, follow us, leave comments. Y'all know the deal, man. But y'all can find us all over. We ain't gonna waste no more time, man. Big game this week. We had a bye, obviously. Got a win over Jacksonville. And this week we play the hated Cowgirls. I want to ask my team how they feel about this game. What do they expect? Some of the things they expect, some of the likes. Of course, we'll get to see Mr. Tate play. Tell me how y'all feel about this upcoming game, fellas. Anybody jump in?
Let me jump in real quick, Rome. You look like you're biting at the bit, so to speak. You ready to get in? But let me jump in real quick. I just want to give a special shout out to DeAndre Carter and tell you, you will be missed. I was rooting for you, brother. you go back to these earlier episodes, I was really pulling for you to make a significant impact, but you got released. So I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh, when they released?
I don't know when, but you know.
Days ago or so?
Well, I'm looking at the feed on this app I have on my phone. It was like 4 hours ago. I think today.
Oh, all right.
So
that's kind of.
They're saying it's possibly for signaling Sproles' return. So then I guess they need to make roster space.
Okay, probably.
You know.
I liked Carter as a punt returner.
Yeah, he had a few big plays. You know what I mean? Like he gave us good field position.
Right.
Yeah, well, I remember one of those games. I was shouting him out. I was really happy to see him producing. But I guess it is what it is. That's the way. It's a game of numbers.
Yeah.
So that leads me into another wide receiver, Golden Tate. I think every single Eagle fan is chomping at the bit to see this brother play. Like we can't wait to see him. My only concern is, does he know the plays? Do they got to get him up to speed on the playbooks and all the snap counts and all that stuff? I know I feel like he's a professional, so I think that's all academic. That's not his first rodeo. And the Eagles is not his second team, right? Isn't the Eagles like his third team?
Third team. He started in Seattle. Then he went to Detroit. Yeah,
right.
Where he kind of flourished.
So this ain't his first rodeo going to a new team, so I think he'll be fine. Him adapting to our plays and the way Carson Wentz, his cadence and all the things that he does. So I don't have any problems there. But I'm just looking forward to seeing the offense produce more. I can see them going downfield more now that they have a big threat. So just basically testing him out and seeing if he's going to be able to produce for us. And this could open up some things for Jordan Matthews and Nelson Aguilar. So that's going to be exciting to see also. Because the Golden Tate could create some double teams and leave, opportunity for number 13 to start shining. Because I want to see number 13 from last year, not number 13 from 2 years ago. Nelson, I got faith in you, Nelson. I'm expecting you to do some big things now.
Right. JD.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm glad McDougal got cut. The guy was lost out there as a corner. And I really didn't get why they brought McDougal in and Rasul wasn't playing. So hopefully, but they brought in another corner, so hopefully that guy doesn't get time over Rasul. But I don't know if my man Jalen Mills is still hurt.
Yeah, I was.
What he had, like an ankle or something?
Yeah.
Wait, he's your man now?
Huh?
Jalen Mills is your man, or are you being sarcastic?
I didn't say my man. I said your man.
Oh, your man. I could have swore you said my man.
I thought he said my man too. I thought he said my man too, but I didn't mean like my man. I thought he was just saying my man as far as like a roster spot.
I thought Rome was being sarcastic, like, because I know how much you've been killing him this year. You've been killing him.
Well, see, I don't know if Bell said. I got to check the injury report on Wednesday.
And real quick, Rome, before you go in, they got certain rules with the IR now, right? If you're on IR, you're done for the year, or you could come back. I think this year.
Two people could come back.
2 people could come back, right?
Yeah, after week 10.
Exactly. No, it is week 10. It is week 10.
So so Jernigan's back. So finally we got a presence at D tackle next to
Cox.
Next to Cox.
Right.
So that's good. I was definitely, because nobody knew what was up with Jernigan. Like we weren't hearing anything on his progress or anything. So I know he returned to practice this Monday, I believe.
Okay.
So that's encouraging, man. And then overall, I want to see Tate out there. I expect him to do a couple of little like bubble screens, wide receiver screens. Some quick stuff, not extensive playbook type stuff, but just stuff to get the ball in his hands. Because he's so dynamic once he gets the ball in his hands.
Right.
You have to do a little quick stuff, not even in the playbook type stuff.
Right.
Just tell him run a route, and we just gonna get it to you.
Right.
That's what I'm looking forward to. And then Wentz, he's gonna be sharper. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying Wentz is just unbelievable, man.
Hey,
It's unbelievable.
no
As a
doubt,
quarterback.
no doubt. Once progressively gets better week to week, practice to practice, game to game. He's Wentz is the real deal. But hey, I'm just like you guys, man. I'm excited and anxious, man, for Tate, man. I think of those McNabb years where he just didn't have the weapons, man, And I would hate to see Carson Wentz go through the same thing, man. And Alshon, I give Alshon a lot of credit, man. Between that playoff run, in the late game of the season last year and this year, he's shown that he can kind of be the number one guy. I never looked at Alshon as the number one. He always played next to who was it, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, he was solid, but he was more so seen as a number two. But Alshon's an animal, man. But the pickup of Tate, they're only going to help and complement each other, man. And I think out of all the teams, whether we talk all the receivers, who was it, Thomas that went to Houston and
Marius and
Amari Cooper going to Dallas. I think we've got the best situation. Cooper's okay, but he drops the ball. Thomas, he's in AFC. We don't necessarily have to worry about him, but I think we're an improved team with Tate, with Golden Tate, and I think we're going to do some good things. And I'm not worried about him adapting to the playbook and things like that. Typically, if you have a player that comes to a team and they're not familiar with your playbook, they'll at least set up, 3 to 4 plays, 2 to 3, that he's comfortable with. But again, like Woods mentioned earlier, this isn't his first rodeo, so I don't see that as a problem at all. I agree with Ron with, some quick bubble screens and things like that because he makes it happen once he gets the ball in his hand. So he could take a 6-yard hitch route and take it all the way. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the offense, man. I really am. And I think the offense, just like the defense helps the offense helps the defense, man. I think everything's going to play in, man. And I'm glad Atlanta beat Washington, man. So we're getting closer. I think things are going to start looking up. Hopefully that's the case.
You know how they say you should never look past your current opponent. I just can't help, like, from a fan's perspective, and knowing that the Eagles have the potential to finally get it together and start playing like they played last year. I just want them to play the Saints so bad. Part of me thought, because when I read the article that they bumped the Eagles and Saints game from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I thought that was this week, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a big test for the Eagles. Saints to one of the best teams in the league. This is gonna be good. We'll be able to really test our mettle. But I was like, oh wait, we got the Cowboys Sunday night.
He's doing push-ups.
Some push-ups. Some push-ups. That's time. We got him.
Oh man.
Got him. Mark that
got
down.
Him. I feel like that meme, the internet meme. Got him.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Got him, yeah. But go ahead, Wood. We'll get you at the end of the show.
Anyway. Do I have to do it right now?
No, end of the show. We're going to record it and everything, man. Okay. End of the show.
All right. Well, anyway, I was like, dang, we got the Cowgirls, man. I was like, I don't want to see this game. I know we got this. But then part of me like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. That's why they play. That's why they play the game. That's why they refer to it as any given Sunday. You never know.
No question.
So, yeah, I don't want the Eagles to do that. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm thinking at it from a fan. You know the players are thinking that. The players are really looking forward to that Saints game. But they know. Because they saw the Cowboys play Monday. They like, man, this is
doing another time.
Bro, what's up, man? Why is you like walking right now?
That's true.
I'm not speaking from me. I'm speaking from the players' perspective. The players are saying that.
He did another one.
I got the 20.
He said another one. I missed that.
I ain't got no problem doing 20 push. I can do 20 push.
Okay.
It's up to 5.
Good call, Ron. Go ahead, Wood. At 20.
I'm done before if I keep talking, I'm gonna wind up doing 100 push-ups by the end of the show.
Hey, there you go.
I look past the Cowgirls because that's just such a big rivalry game.
I don't think
You're coming off the bye. I think they're focused on the girls.
Yeah, exactly, Rome. I agree. What's the first thing you said though? I didn't hear you. You said you don't think they're looking past the Cowgirls?
No, I don't think they're looking past the Cowgirls.
I agree. I don't think they're looking past the Cowgirls at all, particularly coming after bye, and it's a divisional game.
Just constantly saying the name, just trying to make sure they don't.
You're damn right.
Right.
But you know what? You got the Cowgirls. I just feel like they're going to collapse, and the Skins with those three crucial players going on IR. Like they're going to collapse now.
Exactly.
And now the Birds are in the driver's seat, man. I could really see the Skins going down to Tampa this week and just getting demolished.
I could see,
just like they did last.
My bad. I could see it. I could see it too. I could see it also. And what the hell did I want to say? We're playing the Cowgirls this weekend.
Yeah, in Philly, Sunday night, 8:20 p.m. November 11th.
Yeah. I don't think they're looking past. I think that's a great opportunity. I think that's a great opportunity for the Eagles to put a good win together against a divisional opponent. We'll be undefeated in the division. Give us some space because the Cowboys that isn't no walk.
You got 10.
Huh?
You got 10.
Shucks. I didn't even know I said it. I thought I said Cowgirls.
Rome is on it, yo.
I'm glad he on it. But
Go ahead,
the Cowgirls, the girls aren't a walk in the park. It's a division game, so it's a tough game. That's just what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think so too. But I could actually see them collapsing too. It's like either that loss Monday night is going to bring them together, or they're just going to have a total collapse.
I don't think Prescott is the real deal. Like I don't see.
No,
he doesn't. He's not the answer.
Real quick. Both those teams can collapse. The problem is they're still divisional games, and we still have to win them. So they could collapse against the rest of the league, but they'll still play. We'll get tough games out of them. You understand? Because they're divisional games. So, but I don't think the Eagles are looking past them. So. But hopefully that's the case.
I just feel like if we put up 30, like neither one of those squads could put up 30 against us.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like looking at them Monday night, like that, they can't move the ball on us consistently. You know, unless we have like some defensive lapses or something.
Yeah.
But if we play that stout D, like they're not going to score touchdowns on us.
I think they'll generate some offense, but like you said, Schwartz, man, that's what he does. That's what he prides himself on. That's his, that bend but don't break. So, I think we will separate ourselves from them. They'll get some yards. It's a divisional game, Ezekiel, but we'll come away victors, I believe.
Yeah, I think they'll shut Zeke down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of hoping. Nobody's really ran on us this year. I mean, Zeke is probably the best back we've seen so far.
Well, yeah.
So him and Saquon, because Saquon right. broke a couple long joints. Well, he broke one long one and had those couple screen joints.
Right. I think two running backs kind of back to back kind of gave us a little work. I think it was Saquon and somebody else after that, or am I mistaken? I may be mistaken. I thought we gave us some extra yards as far as the run defense, even though I know we still stout. But yeah, so
yeah, but I think we'll have this game. I think it'll be pretty. I don't know. I could see us coming out strong and just putting the foot on him, man. I think Doug has a good game plan coming into this week. He knows what we're doing. We're coming off the bye. You got an opponent who's just they're just in flux. The whole organization with Jerry Jones running that thing.
Right.
I can see us just having Schwartz and Dougie having a great game plan, man, and us just totally dominating the game. I'm not saying it's going to be a 44-3 game or something, but I could see us putting up 33 points. You know,
I can.
and them probably being in the teens, somewhere 33-16. I'm going with my score.
Okay. Hey, Wood, let me ask you something, Wood. What do you think our biggest advantages are and or disadvantages are? What do you think our keys to victory are this week against the Cowgirls?
That means you got to do 20 also now. You said it.
What? I said Cowgirls.
No, I thought you said the other one. I thought you said the other one.
No, I said Cowgirls. No, I said Cowgirls.
Of course, you caught yourself.
Nah, yeah, Cowgirls. Right. What you think the key? Yeah.
Go ahead and say it again.
Nah, what you think?
All right, I got to listen closer like I was earlier.
No, I said Cowgirls.
Keys of victory. I think it's, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. I say it every week, but it's true. You got to have balance, and I think that Doug Peterson has a tendency to lean towards the pass a little too much. Even when we're up, like what? Come on, man, run the ball. You know, run that clock. I don't care if you do these little short screens that can be considered runs. Just hand the ball off to your running back.
Right.
You know, that's one of my main concerns is that having a balanced attack. I really want to see Carson Wentz air it out. I want to see play action. I want to see runs that will actually set up the play action. It frustrates me when I see play action when they don't run the ball. Like, how is the defense gonna get faked out if you ain't running the ball? Like, they know you're gonna pass. Like, that's just you wasting that play action. You're wasting that movement that's given the opportunity for the defensive players to close in. But it's funny. Like, it's like you're not. You got to set it up. Run the ball. Set up the play action. Go over the top. You got Golden Tate. Let's see what he's working with, and let's see if he's going to be a solid contributor. That's the biggest. Those are the keys to victory. Get the offensive going early, not in the third quarter. We're still struggling to get going in the first half. So those are some of my main concerns that have yet to be addressed because it seems like the Eagles are just coasting. Like, oh, we got this. We'll turn it up, but they never turn it up. Unless it's too late. So I need to see them have a sense of urgency and say, look, we got to win this game. This is a big game. This is divisional. I mean, for the first half of the season, we've been playing a lot of teams outside of our division. So I've always been saying, oh yeah, I know we lost this game. I've been saying it, 4 times. Oh, I know we lost this game, but the good thing is that it wasn't a divisional game. So, but now there's no excuse. This is a big one. This is a big one. Every game from here on out is going to be big, but it's going to be more so when we're playing the team in Washington, the team in Dallas, and the team in New York. So those are my keys to victory.
So your keys to victory,
balance attack.
Balance attack, get off early.
Yeah, make it happen early. Show that sense of urgency. Punch them in the face and don't stop.
Right.
Don't stop.
Right. JD, what you got? You got anything? You got any keys to victory? Things you like more than others? Any positional? You see any positional matchups that you think favor us? What do you like?
I don't see any positional battles that really favors us. Quarterback, we're extremely talented there. They are subpar at best. I would like to see us just light them up through the air, really. Yeah. I don't even know if we did a balanced attack against these clowns. I mean, you run Adams a little bit, But I think we go start out. I think Dougie should just go deep to Golden Tate, first play of the game.
Right, the first play of the game. Right.
Yeah, just light these clowns up. Let them know we mean business right out the gate.
I didn't realize Dallas was number one in defense though.
That's what I was saying last week. They got a damn good defense.
I knew they had an okay defense, but I didn't realize they were number one. They're third in defensive points per game. They're fourth in defensive yards allowed per game. Pass yards, they're fifth. And Russian defense, they're 10th.
Yeah, I think like their front seven is good. I think you can still light up their DB.
And secondary, yeah.
But I think their front seven, like Lawrence is no joke out there. And I think so Lawrence will be lined up on Big V because I don't think Lane Johnson is playing. So, I mean, that might be a concern right there as far as their pass rush. And our O-line really hasn't blocked well all season.
Definitely.
So, I mean, that's one area of concern right there. But, I mean, you just mix in the screen game.
Right.
That slows that down. Nobody really does draws anymore. I don't know why.
Right.
You notice that? Like, you really don't see teams running draw plays anymore.
Yeah, not. I see them not kind of as used to know.
The same as the draws, like can be considered the same as those delayed handoffs, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah, that's what it
draw
is.
Kind of, yeah. But it seems like it's just more of everybody's just running this RPO crap, man.
Yeah. I don't like that run play. You know what I don't like worse than that? I don't like Chris Collinsworth constantly talking about it. And I'm not looking forward to him talking about it come Sunday night. I'm not looking forward to actually hearing him Sunday night. I think I'm going to try a new approach, and I'm going to download Merrill Reese and Mike Quick, and I'm going to mute. But here's the thing. You know what's messed up? Because I love Al Michaels.
Yeah,
I do not like Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, I like Al Michaels. You know what? I could deal with Collinsworth. I could deal with him.
I don't know how.
Collinsworth doesn't bother me that much. It's Witten. I don't care for him. I don't care for Aikman.
Aikman looked like he's
all right. Yeah, I've never cared for Aikman though.
Yeah, I wrote.
Maybe I hate Collinsworth.
He always wants to talk about. He wants to talk about Tom Brady when he's not even playing.
Who are you talking about? Collinsworth?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
maybe it's more Joe Buck than what's his name. I can't stand Joe Buck.
Yeah, he is. He does.
He's like the new Costas. I never liked Costas.
I like Costas wasn't bad.
Costas
I like Costas.
Is a little punk always talking. You just look at the racial overtones of Costas, and then you'll get what I'm saying.
Right.
There's always some shit, with him.
Right. Collinsworth, he doesn't bother me too bad. I'm not his biggest fan, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, Wood.
We should do that. Could be a topic for a show. Our favorite announcers.
Right, favorite.
I can tell you my number one, John Madden. Love John.
Right.
I was sad to see him go.
Right.
John Madden and Pat Summerall were my all-time favorite duo. I love those guys together.
No question.
That Green Eagle defense.
Right. Yeah. Hey, as far as the Eagles Dallas Cowgirls game, one thing too, we've been getting penalized a lot. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot. I would like to see that cleaned up.
Yeah, you got the offensive line playing out of position, and it's kind of expected at certain times, but you got to be disciplined and know you got to settle down and play fundamental football, man. I feel like they can call holding every down though. That's such a ticky-tack call.
Definitely. But the false starts and things like that, we're all professionals, man. If you got to go in, man, once in a while, but you can't consistently false starts and
illegal formation.
Yeah, illegal. That's what I'm saying. All that.
More than the false start.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't get legal formations. That's ridiculous.
Anything pre-snap, you know what I mean? But sometimes in the play, you might hold and things like that. But yeah, pre-snap
Like,
on
and
the
then
line,
sometimes if you get beat, like you should hold
you should hold.
to not get Carson killed back there.
Right, right,
So sometimes I don't have a problem with a holding call.
right, definitely.
I just have a problem with a holding call or a block in the back when the guy already, when whoever has the ball already passed that lineman or something, and then they still hold or block in the back.
Right.
Right. Just like on the punt return, man, the guy's not even close to you while you blocking him in the back. He's not even close to making a play on the ball. Oh, I got you.
No, yeah, you good. Yeah, no, you good. Yeah, yeah. So how y'all see this one playing out, man? I guess everybody got Philly winning, cause I definitely got Philly winning, man. I got us winning, and more than anything, I want to see a complete game. I think our only complete game was against the Giants this year, but that's a lesser opponent. I think Dallas is a little better. Ezekiel, Dak has been playing a little bit better, but I think this is a great divisional game. It's a great opportunity to incorporate our new weapon Tate into the offense. I would like to see us play a clean game. I want to see Wentz. I expect to be sharp and just put a complete game together, 4 quarters, and a win decisively. I'm looking for a good win, I don't want to be biting my nails with 2 minutes left when we get the win. I want to see a decisive win. So that's what I'm looking for.
Wood, you got anything to say?
The Eagles are going to win. That's what I got to say. Eagles.
Eagles. That's the perfect segue into our pick 6.
Broad Street 4 for 4. Pick 6.
And we just went over the game of the week in my eyes.
Well,
Cowgirls at Birds.
Well, let's get caught up with the accounts. Let's get caught up with the scores, though. Jeez, he got to get the results of last week's games, right?
Yes, week 9 has produced a 5-1 player. Chris Colazzo wins the week 5-1, bringing his overall total 34 wins, 19 losses, and 1 tie. Well done, Christopher Colazzo. Well done.
Appreciate it, brother.
In second, Jerome Dooley is overall 31, 22-1. However, Mike McCline came in with a 4-2. Had an excellent week 9. Came in second in week 9 with 4-2. Then it was Rome at 3-3. And then myself coming in last at 2-4. All right.
Ouch.
And overall, we got Chris at number 1. We got Jerome at number 2. But coming up from not far behind, Mike McCline trying to hop over Jerome and take that second spot. Mike McCline is in striking distance. There's no doubt about that. But guess who's not in striking distance? Guess who's not? Guess who's not even in
Woody Wood.
Speaking distance. I'm so far behind. I gotta call you guys on the cell phone just to see where you are. So that's it's pretty bad. 25, 28, and 1. I'm just struggling to get back to 500. That's my goal.
How many wins did Mike have?
Mike went 4-2 in week 9, but he's now at 30, 23, and 1.
Okay, 30. All right. 34,
30, 23,
30.
and 1.
Right.
What about 31, right?
31.
Yeah, Rome 31, 22, and 1.
Yeah. Okay, so we all got Dallas losing.
That's right.
To our Birds.
The Dallas who?
Sunday night game at 8:20. What's that?
Dallas who?
Dallas.
What's the name? What's the name of their team?
Come on, Cowgirls. Come on.
Ron was on point for that one.
So you got Carolina at 5-2-1 at Pittsburgh, who is 6-2. That's this Thursday.
Ooh, a Thursday.
That's a hell of a way to start off week 10, right?
Yeah.
That's a good game. I'm actually going to watch a Thursday night game.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Rome. I could flip a coin for this. Both teams are playing excellent. I love when Cam's locked in like this. I'm getting. He's burning me out with the Superman and that first down thing. I think he's at a point in his career where he could leave that alone. I think he'll be a real leader, a true leader. But this is a good game. I'm taking Pittsburgh at home at Three Rivers Stadium, though. I'm going with Ben experience and Tomlin. Those guys know how to get it done, particularly at
Come
home.
on, Three Rivers Stadium. What is this, the 80s? Since when Heinz
Field, man. Heinz Field. I like Three Rivers Stadium.
Three Rivers Stadium.
Heinz Field. My fault. I'm so old school. I'm so old school.
Give me Pittsburgh. I don't have anything else to say about it. Go ahead.
Mike McCline picked Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. You going to name off Mike's picks?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going with Pittsburgh also.
You might just want to go off Mike's pick so you can get back in this thing.
Thanks.
I appreciate that. Thanks. 500.
Hey,
you
Wood.
want to be 500.
I refuse. I refuse to do that. I'm picking from the heart. I'm picking what I think is best.
Wood,
I'm not a biter. I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others. When I say a big verse, I'm only big enough, my brother. I'm big enough to do it. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I picked Pittsburgh. Looks like Pittsburgh across the board, Mr. Doyle.
Okay. All right, the next game is New Orleans at 7-1, visiting Cincinnati, who's 5-3.
Ooh,
Second place in the AFC North.
Cincinnati's doing, I think, a lot better than people thought this year. You know what? I'm going Drew Brees. I'm not even going to play with it. There's too many offensive weapons over there, man. Too many offensive weapons, man. I mean, he could go anywhere he wants. And he puts that ball. Drew Brees puts that ball. His receivers don't even got to.
Greatest of all time.
They don't even got to stop, break stride. I mean, that thing is on the money, man. Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees is fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt about it.
Definitely.
Give me the Saints.
And McCline actually picks the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, he's the only one that veered off because I am picking the New Orleans Saints also.
Oh, smart man. I think you're going to get up to 500.
Who that?
I want us all to be at least over 500. I don't care who wins. I just want to. I want the BS 444 team to be above 500, man.
Yeah, that's some rough weeks. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
All right.
Week 9 wasn't good to me.
Yeah, it wasn't. But you've had a lot of weeks that worked.
I was about to say, yes, you had quite
I had
a
a good
few.
week 1. I went 5-1 week 1. I'm living in the past. I'm living in the past, bro. I went 5-1 week 1. And after that, it was all downhill. Yeah.
What's the next game, man?
Yeah, I had a 4-2 week 8. That's about it. But, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So wait. So who's next?
We got Washington, who's 5-3, at Tampa Bay, who's 3-5.
Ooh.
But the key with Tampa is they put Fitzpatrick back in the
Starting
driver's seat.
Right.
Vince Winston.
Right. Washington just had some injuries, right?
Yeah, they had two linemen go out, two starting line. Both their guards went out on IR, and I think a receiver.
And this is in Tampa Bay.
And that's down in Tampa.
Yeah, it's in Tampa
You know
Bay.
what? I'm going Tampa.
Okay, that's who I picked. I think we got the same.
Yeah, we all do because Mike McCline picked Tampa Bay also. And I picked Tampa Bay too, so this is Tampa Bay across the board.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump ahead to Seattle, 4-4, fighting for their playoff lives.
I actually
at the Rams.
at
Chris said you got a soft spot for these brothers.
coming off their first loss, a tough loss to New Orleans.
You said you got a soft spot for him, Chris.
Yeah, I got a soft spot for Seattle. They actually, I knew it was going to be a tough game last week when they played Seattle, played the Chargers. Russell Wilson actually threw a pick six. They lost by 7. So they could have, but I think they could beat the Rams. But it's hard to go against the Rams. They just had their first loss. I think they'll be too hungry and too. I think they'll get a win, particularly at home. I'm going Rams.
I think we got another one across the board.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike McClain picked the Rams, and I picked the Rams. So this is another one. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
All right. So the final game of the week is the Giants San Fran. We only put the Giants in there because they are a divisional team from the NFC East. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be in our pick six. But they're in our pick six, so we have to pick this horrendous game. Giants 1-7 visiting San Fran at 2-7.
And let them know that why we'll stop picking them after this week, Ron, because they'll be.
Yeah, unless they're playing one of the divisional rivals, we're not putting them back in the pick six. That's it.
Yeah, not from this point
on. If you're a diehard Giants fan, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, because essentially they'll be out of contention, so it's no need. I can actually see them pulling this game out. This game is where, Ron? Who's home?
San Fran.
San Fran.
Chris, Candlestick Park.
Candlestick. Right. Right.
Candlestick.
I'm Louis. Yeah, so school. You know what?
Let me see. Mike Cofer is the kicker.
Right. George Seifert.
Harris Martin.
George Seifert. Coached by George Seifert.
Right.
Ricky Waters at tailback.
Hey, listen. This is the thing. The Giants are going to pop up one week and surprise somebody. But
so it's going to be this week?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go San Fran. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm going the Giants.
Yeah, and Mike McClain picked the Giants also, and I'm picking the Giants. I got to be honest. This week 10 has not been a lot of diversion. Everyone's picking the same. Chris just picked the 49ers. If it wasn't for Chris, we would all pick the same thing except for when Mike picks Cincinnati. Other than that, everybody's picked the same teams. All Philly, all Pittsburgh, all Tampa Bay, all Rams. It
was tough this week with games.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
I think people trying to hold on to their lead.
But I could see Carolina pulling this off.
Chris trying to give us a step on.
And I think I'm wrong on this Pittsburgh record. I think they're 6-2-1.
Hold on, I can find out for you.
Yeah,
because they tied Cleveland.
Yeah, their record.
So that's wrong.
They are 6-2.
Yeah. They're 6-2-1.
6-2-1, right?
Right.
Let me double check,
or
but I believe
5-2-1.
so.
5-2-1.
5-2-1.
Okay, what's Carolina then?
The Carolina Panthers are.
Yeah, they're 5-2-1.
Did I reverse the records?
6-2.
Okay, so I had their records wrong. I had them in the wrong spot.
Right.
Carolina 6-2 at Pittsburgh 5-2-1.
Right.
I could see Carolina getting it, but I'm staying with my Pittsburgh pick.
Hey, and let me just say this so we got everybody picks in, right?
Everybody's in.
Yeah.
Last week I won 5-1. Did we have somebody that was 4-2?
Yes, Mike McClain.
Okay. I knew I was going to get everybody with the Atlanta game and Washington game.
Why is that?
Mike picked that too. He picked Atlanta, right?
Oh, he got Atlanta?
Yeah, Mike picked Atlanta.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I thought.
I knew Atlanta could light them up, and I was going to switch right before, but I said, let me just stay.
Yeah.
And it was another game I was at Seattle, San Diego, because I think I said I like Rivers. He's one of my favorite QBs.
Right.
But like the Chargers, they're like iffy. You see them doing good, and then they'll just lose
Yeah,
lose a game they shouldn't lose, and it just felt like that to me. But that's the way it goes when you're picking stuff.
Exactly.
You don't know what the hell's gonna happen. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap on that.
Pick six.
On this week's picks.
Broad Street 4 for 4 Sports Talk Pick 6.
Can I jump into something real quick though? We did have Nova got a big win, got their first win tonight.
Okay.
We played Morgan State, and then we had a big.
That's my sister's alma mater. And then Morgan State Bears.
And then we had a Big 5 matchup. LaSalle at Temple. Temple pulled that out.
Okay.
So just some local college basketball. We getting into that season.
No, good stuff.
You know, we got Kentucky and Duke on right now, number 1 versus number 2. That's a pretty good game.
Let me ask you this. Probably not. Villanova is not ranked, right? Coming into the season.
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's good stuff. Did Spillman make it to the league, Rome?
Yeah, I think he's in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Did everybody make it? Brunson plays for.
Yeah, everybody's playing. Brunson's playing. Spillman's playing.
Bridges is in Phoenix. Bridges is in Phoenix.
He was just 4 for. He just lit up somebody the other night.
Yeah, he was.
It was like the Sixers probably should have kept him.
Right. Yeah, why would? Yeah, they should have kept him.
Because the other guy's probably not going to play this year.
Yeah, we should have kept Mikal Bridges. All right.
Well, that's the way the ball bounces, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
We got a nice topic we're going to jump into with my man Wood.
Hey, Wood, set it up. My fault, Ron.
Hey, I think it'll be fun to discuss, bring back the top 5. We haven't done a top 5 in a while. And what better way to bring back a top 5 when you're in the midst of the basketball season and the football season? Just finished the baseball season, got hockey underway. Is to talk about our favorite sports video games. I don't know about you guys, but I can remember a lot of weekends going over to Buddy's house and a lot of libations being passed around, a lot of smoke being passed around, and everybody playing some video games, playing some John Madden Winner Stay On, playing NBA 2K. If you're up by 30, that's an automatic game defeat, pass the sticks. So I thought it'd be nice to talk about some of our favorite sports games of all time, growing up from when we were kids back playing ColecoVision to Atari 2600 to Nintendo Entertainment System on up to Super Nintendo, on way up to Nintendo 64 and the Genesis and PlayStation, and then going into PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, and now all the way up to Xbox, and now we got virtual reality. You got so many, the evolution of video games, and then seeing now you remember Double Dribble, and now you look at NBA 2K. You walk in on somebody playing 2K just for a brief moment, you actually might think a game is on.
Right.
That's how amazing these games look. I don't know about you. I remember when I was kids. When we were kids, I never thought that games would evolve to the point where they are now, where you got sports commentary, you got play-by-play. I was like, how is that possible? Where you're playing a video game and you're the one making the moves, and you got somebody commentating, doing like sports analysis, doing play-by-play on what you're doing. It's games. These sports video games have come a long way.
What's the new game? 2K. That's the most popular basketball game, right?
Yeah, it used to be NBA Live, but 2K
I was somewhere and my buddy had the game on, man. I said it like you said, it literally looks like it's a real game on.
Yeah,
interviews and all that.
And 2K is the one that took it to the next level with this with the broadcast. Like I felt like when when Michael Jordan got signed on for the 2K, several like maybe 2012, 2013, whatever. Just I remember the play-by-play was just so good. I was like, man, everything I'm doing, you got I don't know who it was, Steve Kerr or somebody was just doing color analyst, doing some color analyst, and it just color analyzing and talking about the game and talking about the player and going back and talking about all the things that he's done in college. And I'm like, man, that's pretty hip. So,
Wow.
So who wants to go first as far as talk about some of their favorite video games? Maybe like just 5 favorite video games growing up or now.
I'll jump in if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, what are some of yours, Chris? What are some of the games I used to whoop you in?
And it's funny, man, because these games, it takes us, it's nostalgic, man. To the guys I'm talking to right now, you guys are some of my oldest friends, if not my oldest friends. And it takes me back to the good old days, man. But number one, man, I'm going John Madden, man, and it's more so. It's kind of all of them together, but where Madden has come to where it's at today, man. This Madden is unbelievable. I think hands down the best football game out there, John Madden.
I think Madden is going to be on all our lists.
Right,
It's like a staple.
Right.
And as far as the games is concerned, like it's been. I remember when it started, like back in '90, because I remember I had it for Super Nintendo. I had like Madden '93, and I remember playing. You used to come over to the house and we'd play it. And it didn't have the teams, but it had the players. Like it didn't have the team licensing, but it had the players. Okay. And then I remember Madden '94 had the actual teams.
Okay. But, yeah. Madden is my number one, and I'm a football guy, man. Tecmo Bowl is number 2, man. Yeah.
Now wait, the original Tecmo Bowl with like Bo Jackson, when it just had the players, like Tecmo Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go Tecmo Super Bowl. The ones I used to come over your house with, and we used to play a season.
Yeah, that was Tecmo Super Bowl because they had teams. They had the teams and the players, and we could like play seasons.
Yeah, that's when it got a little bit more advanced. But I mean, I don't really separate the two. It's still Tecmo Bowl to me. But yeah, definitely when it had the season, it took it to another level where it kept stats, MVPs, playoffs. We broke many nights playing that. Yeah. Ron was there too. Number 3, man, I'm going Double Dribble. Just an early basketball game, classic, man. I used to love going to that corner, man, hitting them threes.
Yeah, that was the glitch.
That was the glitch. Right.
Yeah, you exploited the glitch.
Right.
That baseline 3.
Yeah. You know what?
Like, don't let him get to the corner. Don't let him get to the corner. 3.
Right. I remember playing.
I used to hate when they missed the dunk. Remember you used to do the animation, you do the dunk and they missed?
That was pretty heavy though. That was heavy stuff when they went to that animation for the dunk. That was crazy, man. I remember that being crazy. That was pretty tight, man. I don't know which game I'm gonna go next. I don't got a lot of them, but I'm gonna go. I kind of wanna. I remember playing. I think you know what I'm gonna go the game Rome had in his basement. Rome had Sega, right? It was Rocky. What? No, but Rome had them all. Really? Yeah. But that Rocky. Yeah. What was that Rocky?
Oh, you talk about on Sega Master System.
Sega Master System, Rocky. Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think Mr. T could fight. It was a couple fighters on there, maybe about 6.
It was all of them. Yeah, it was Drago, Clubber Lang, Apollo.
Yeah.
It had all the fighters from the Rocky franchise.
Yeah, we had some good wreck down there. You know what I mean? It was a good thing, man. If you got knocked out in the 3rd, get up, get off. If you took it to 8 rounds, you on the sticks for a minute. I'm gonna say that's my number 4. I should have said, but and then number 5, I'm going RC Pro-Am, man. I used to break night playing that RC Pro-Am. So
that was a fun game.
Yeah.
You had to watch out for the oil slicks, and you could pick up the rockets, and you could shoot the car in front of you and take that spot. And it was so fast, like the game, like the lab. You know what I mean? Like the matches were so fast, you had to really think on your feet to try to get that number 1 spot. I remember that game.
Yeah. So that's my 5, man. That's my 5. Good times.
I'll jump in there. I'll let Wood finish it out since it was his topic. I always like going 5 through 1. The big lead up to the big one. So my number 5 is Knockout Kings, and I think that was on like PS1, and you can finally fight with like Ali and everybody. Hell of a boxing game, and then it became Fight Night.
Right.
went from like PS1. I think they kept making them.
They were doing rounds. Cause I remember one round, like Fight Night round 4.
Yeah.
And Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, once they put Tyson on there, because everybody wanted to play with Tyson. They never had Tyson. I remember they had one of those years they had really put a lot of people, like Bernard Hopkins was on there. You had Roy Jones. Everybody. Yeah, I love those games. I don't know why they stopped making them, but yeah, I really love them. My next one is kind of twofold. Also, I got Forza, which is strictly on Xbox, which is a hell of a car racing game. If anybody out there has never played it, but I'm a put a slash, and do Gran Turismo because they're kind of similar.
I always felt like Forza had that slight edge.
Yeah, I think Forza is better. I was just gonna say it. But Gran Turismo was like the original that type of driving racing game.
They always refer to it like racing simulation.
Yeah,
really stressing the fact that it was real,
Yeah, they were good games. My number 3 is NBA Live. I remember it originally started off Lakers versus Celtics on the Genesis, and then you would always get that. I think it was like Lakers versus Blazers.
Yeah, they only did the playoff teams.
Yeah, they were only doing that, and then they kind of morphed into NBA Live, and I mean, and then that brought on like the Coach K game, like that was a hell of a game, but it was still NBA Live, just the college version.
I forgot about Coach K. I used to love that joint. I forgot all about that.
Classic. That's probably like my favorite basketball game, but it still is basically the same thing as NBA Live, so you might as well lump them all in together. And then my number 2 is this is hard because I got 2, and we know Madden. I got Madden at number 2. I love Madden just from historic, but I think lately over like the past 5 years, I think my number 1 has took it over as far as me liking to play the game, which is 2K. I like 2K as the best sports game. I think it's an easier play for me. It's just funner for me to sit down and just play 2K. That's just my opinion. But I do love Madden. I mean, we grew up off Madden from the beginning. I still remember the old Madden. I think it was like 92 with the Bills. I used to run Thurman Thomas, where you just had the 3 buttons on the Genesis, and I think the C button was a spin button, and that's how you broke all the tackles. So you just always hit the spin joint. And then you remember once you got Super Nintendo, you had 4 buttons, and what's the top button? Is that the Y? That was the joint you would jump with. So then you had the jump and the spin joint. Yeah, I mean, that was some good days, man. I love Madden all through there. I remember when the graphics really changed when like that PS2 came out. I was like, this is crazy. I had never seen anything like that. And I mean, look where it's at now.
Yeah.
Yes. And now they working on the PS5. Come on, I mean, what's it going to look like then?
Right.
Yeah, it's probably like photo. It's eventually going to look photorealistic.
Yeah,
that's basically what I think.
But I still love Madden. I would actually put both of those as my top 2. Wow. Historically, Madden, I don't think it's any sports franchise that's better than that. Yeah. But I think over the past 5 years, I just have preferred playing 2K over Madden.
Wow. Exactly. This is like one of those situations where Rice was our number 1 for best wide receiver. It's like if you're a sports fan and you like video games, then Madden is going to be on your list. John Madden football is going to be on your list. It's been a cornerstone of sports video games since like some of the older consoles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing watching that game evolve too. And so I have my top 5. I got just thinking. When I compiled my little list, I was just trying to think of the games that I played a lot, like to the point where I just wanted to, like I couldn't wait to get home from school and play that game. So I remember baseball. The original NES baseball was one of my favorite games. I don't know if y'all remember that one.
Yeah.
It didn't have any licensing. The only thing that kind of resembled, they made the teams resemble the real MLB teams by having the letters. So like if you want to be the Phillies, you get the P, the letter P teams, and they look like they were red and blue. They look like the Phillies. If you wanted to play with the Cardinals, you get the C team, and they were like red and white, and they kind of remind you of the St. Louis Cardinals. So yeah, I just loved how you could move the ball like with the D-pad, like when you pitch. You can if you push it up, it'll go real slow ball. Push it down, it'll go fast. And then you had a player in the batter box. You could move them all around. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Right.
I hated the outfield. The field. I just remember. I know these games. I remember these games vividly now because I've been playing them on my NES Classic. I got the modded joint that you recommended. I got that hooked up in my bedroom, so I've been playing that. I've been playing that like crazy, man. So I'm playing all my old school games.
You said the Mini Nintendo game?
Yeah, I got the NES Classic joint. Yeah, it was got it on off eBay. It came with 20 games, but they modded it where they put it up to like 400. So we got like NES games and Super Nintendo games.
I thought I sent you.
Try to get it.
That's a great buy. If you into like retro gamers, I would recommend anybody to go on. Like, I think you could do it yourself, but it was just easier for me to just buy one.
Yes.
From somebody that already knows what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than me wasting my time doing it.
Yeah, I did some YouTube videos on it. I saw some other dude was doing. I was like, man, that was just too much. They're extremely involved.
Yeah.
So, I got Madden as my number 4, but I specifically. Madden, the one with the hit stick, I think Ray Lewis was on the cover. That was one of the ones that stood out to me. That's like the last one that I was actually kind of good at. When they introduced the hit stick, I think Ray Lewis was on that. Remember, you push down on the hit stick and on the player.
Oh, them like
make them
early 2000 John.
Yeah, I like that was one of my favorite Maddens. And so then I got NBA Live, specifically the one with Carmelo Anthony on the cover. Can't remember which one it was. I just know it had like a Euro. It had the Euro hop on it.
Yeah,
I like that. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, man, my brother that John all the time, man.
I had the Euro hop. Like if you press the triangle button, you would do like this Euro hop. You know what I'm saying? Where it was kind of like a travel, but it wasn't a travel.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the job, man.
Yeah, the bigger players would do a spin move, like the post players would do like a spin move. And then I got Mike Tyson's Punch Out as number 2. I just remember not stopping until I beat Mike Tyson. Like that was my thing. Like, and then I remember having Nintendo Power, and I had the code to just skip all the boxers and go directly to Mike Tyson. And because I didn't want to fight all the
like 090 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember it a little bit.
That was a big deal. When that code came on the Nintendo Power,
everybody was putting that joint in.
Yeah, because some of those other boxes were hard. Like,
yeah.
Because that game was
then my little joint. Like the second ball, but then they had 2 ball bulls.
Yeah, it was 2 ball bulls. They both were difficult, but
the first one was tough. Yeah.
Then you actually had a player. You had an actual boxer from Philly, Mr. Sandman.
Yeah.
He was from Philly. He was tough. Yeah. Then you had the dude from California who was right before Mike Tyson, Super Macho Man or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were hard, man. Yeah. So he was like, yo, I ain't trying to fight these boys. I just want to get to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having trouble with these guys. I can't even get to Tyson. Yeah. When I beat Mike Tyson, I was like, yo, I felt like I accomplished the world. There was nothing I could not do after that.
I mean, back then, Mike Tyson might have been the biggest superstar athlete
on the planet. I believe he was. I believe.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It was like Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson.
It was like neck and neck, man.
Yeah.
And then that leads me to my number 1, Tecmo Super Bowl. I love the original Tecmo Bowl. Bo Jackson, that unstoppable play, but it only had the players. You know what I mean? It didn't have the teams. But when Tecmo Super Bowl came out for the first Nintendo, I was like, yo, it was like you could play through seasons. You got the only thing I didn't like is you didn't have Randall. Is that QB Eagles. They didn't have Jim Kelly. It had QB Bills. But the fact of the matter is, I can go through a season. Once I'm done the season, I can make my own Pro Bowl. Like all the players from that did well, we could play the Pro Bowl. I was like, yo, this game's everything I could possibly want in like a football game. Like, players are getting hurt, you can sub them in. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this game is the truth. And then it still had that fun arcade Tecmo Bowl, fast-paced, play. Like, the games didn't last forever. They were only 5 minutes, and the 5 minutes were, those seconds were like not real seconds, just burn through. So, I didn't have no problem. I love Tecmo Super Bowl, because again, you had the real teams and the real players. So that's my top 5. But there's so many. What were you gonna say, Ron?
I said I like the one on Super Nintendo because you could do the dive over the top.
Oh yeah. They did take it to the next level with Super Nintendo. They did take it to the next level. Yeah, Randall Cunningham was on that one.
Yeah.
I was like super excited when I saw Randall Cunningham was on there.
Yeah.
But there's so many sports games. I think about the Activision for the Atari. I don't know if you remember the boxing game where there was the overhead view of the white boxer and the black boxer. And they would be like this.
What, the two fish? Like the fish John? Or just the head? Yeah.
And like the person to get like 100 punches wins or something. Rome, you remember that game? Nah. Yeah, that's going way back. That's Atari 2600 right there. That was like one of the first sports games I got introduced to.
I used to like the NHL Jones.
Oh yeah, how about that? The NHL Jones.
Especially Genesis.
When they had them on Genesis,
Well, my brother was all about the
You played with Pittsburgh. I think I would play with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, when they had Lemieux, but they just had the numbers back then.
Right.
So you just had 66.
Isn't that the one you could fight and then you like the blood would come out their head when you hit the ice?
Yeah. You could fight, yeah.
Fight on that joint. Yeah, NHL was my joint.
It was fun. I like those one timers. Like you could pass to the one player, quick hit that button. That was almost unstoppable.
Right.
Yeah. I know. Like probably like the mid 2000s, like they had a 2K version of NHL, and they was putting like the old teams on there. So they had like the 96, 97 Flyers, Legion of Doom Flyers. You can run with them and stuff. Yeah.
Well, with Eric Lindros and them.
Yeah, with Lindros, LeClaire. Yeah.
They had actual names, because remember how
this was the mid 2000s. I'm talking about, and they had throwback teams.
Because I remember Madden was big on that. They had the old teams, but they never had the real names.
Wasn't had the names on that.
Okay. Yeah, 2K did that too. 2K would have the old old teams, and they actually had. But it would frustrate me. Like they'll have the Kings, like the 2002 Kings. Or 2001 Kings, but then Weber wasn't on there. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, they wouldn't put Barkley on there.
Yeah.
On the Suns.
Yeah, I bought that one 2K because Barkley was on they had the USA, the 92 Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have the Dream Team versus because that was the year that they had the current basketball team was going to the Olympics. So it was like you could actually match up the 92 Dream Team against that 2013 Dream Team.
Right.
And Barkley was on that though, but Barkley wasn't on the Suns. I was like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's classic. That's classic.
All right, fellas. Any closing things y'all want to talk about? Any last minute thoughts?
Democrats took the House.
Democrats took the House. We still looking. We got CNN on.
The Republicans still got the Senate though.
All right.
If you're down with the donkey, if you're down with the elephant, it's just good that you vote. That's all I'm saying.
Hope everybody voted.
Hope you got there voted.
Hope everybody went out there and exercised their right to vote. A lot of people fought hard for that privilege. Because of them, we're able to exercise our voice. So I hope everybody voted. Hey Wood, how we gonna do these push-ups, man? How we gonna do them, man?
Yeah, how we gonna do them? I gotta put the camera to the floor.
Set the camera so we can see these things. I might gotta record because we want to post these. We're gonna post these. Hold on, let me get my camera ready. We're gonna post these.
Am I on there?
Yeah. This
Cut
word.
him off.
This is for saying the Cowgirls, and he instead of saying Cowgirls, he said the cow. You know what? Their regular name.
All right, that was 10.
Whoa.
10, that was 10.
You did 10.
Whoa. I thought that was 5.
That was 10.
Oh.
All right.
Get it? Yes, sir. Broad Street 4 for 4. She had to stretch it out. Let's go, soldier. That's good money. He got it. Good stuff.
No, I got
You good, what? You good? He did. That was 20, man. He got it in, man.
I got 3 more.
Oh, man, come on, you got it, Wood.
Hold on. Oh, man.
Give me a close-up, Wood. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you alright, man. Give me a thumbs up. You good, Wood. That's good, man. Good.
I had too much Glenn Levitt to call out that name. I wasn't going to be able to do any push-ups, man.
Right.
So you got to.
Come on, Wood. You good, Wood. Come on, Wood. Wood. Come on.
You get 10 push-ups, man. Alright, that's a wrap, man.
Man, what? We said you was good. You keep driving.
You gonna have to go hit the showers, man.
That was fun. It's been a while.
That's so good, yeah.
You owe me 10.
Who, overtime?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, so I can wrap it up.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Wait, who's recording it?
Somebody
I
got
don't feel like.
Get your phone.
Oh, man, I'm watching the game, huh?
Hold on. I recorded.
Tell me when you got it. Alright. That's us honest our best. That's us having some fun. Broad Street 4 for 4, man. On behalf of James Woodruff, aka Woody Wood, on behalf of Jerome Dooley, JD, Rome G's, my name is Chris Colazzo. Broad Street 4 for 4, we signing off. Big major shout out to Money Mike, 2M's, Mike McCline. Broad Street 4 for 4, we signing off, man. Remember, don't raise your voice and prove your argument. Man, I ain't gonna post the whole John. I'm gonna post a couple of them.
I got stuck at 17, yo.
I ain't good, man. Oh, I meant to say.
I used to be able to do 50. I used to be able to do 50 straight, man.
Damn, whatchamacallit, Keith, I meant to give Keith a shout out. He sent in his pics on Podbean. It's all good. So what, you would send these videos? Where the hell? You could post them videos, what?
On like Facebook? I'll post that video on Facebook?
Oh yeah, Facebook.
Yeah,
And Instagram probably, right?
I don't have Instagram. I don't have video on Instagram. Who does the Instagram post?
I usually do.
Wrong.